Good evening, hello and welcome to a News Today special coming to you from Srinagar, where we will be looking at the fallout of that horrific Baisaran massacre with special reports, guests and much more. We'll have a special ground zero from Pahalgam, where remember, people are still recovering from the trauma of what happened on the 22nd of April. So there's plenty ahead on this special from Srinagar, but first, the headlines. The US Defense Secretary Hegseth now dials Rajnath Singh. Hegseth reiterates US government support for India's fight against terror, calls for a de-escalation of tensions. Earlier, US Secretary of State Marco Rubio also spoke to S. Jaishankar with a similar plea. Every terrorist behind Pahalgam massacre will be hunted down, declares Home Minister Amit Shah in his first public statement after the terror attack. Pakistan shuts down the Wagah border. Pakistan nationals deported by India are now stranded in Atari. India shuts its airspace to Pakistani airlines in retaliation to Pakistan's closure of its airspace. Air India writes to the government, says the losses could be in crores if airlines don't fly over Pakistan's space. The Prime Minister inaugurates the Waves Summit in Mumbai, calls for global creative collaboration, says it's right time to create in India and create for the world, pushes for a creator economy. And the US and Ukraine sign a minerals deal. Ukraine will not have to return the aid it received from America to fight the war with Russia. But first, our top story today. I am here today in Srinagar. Through the day, I've been in Pahalgam. Pahalgam, which remember is the town, the scenic Himalayan town, which is recovering from the horrific massacre of Baisaran on the 22nd of April, in which 28 people were massacred. Pahalgam was hoping for a booming tourist season. But after the massacre, the people of Pahalgam are desperately trying to pick up the pieces, hoping against hope that there will be a light at the end of a dark tunnel. This is what I saw in Pahalgam. Take a look. A British Prime Minister once famously said that a week is a long time in politics. The residents of Pahalgam, this picturesque scenic town nestled amidst pine trees in the Himalayas with the river Lidar running by, must feel that the last week has been a bit of a lifetime. Till the afternoon of 22nd of April, the marketplace where I am was bustling with tourists. Hotels, restaurants and shops were doing roaring business. A week later, the market wears the desolate look. There's a funereal air. The tourists have left and so has the business. So how will Pahalgam pick up the pieces after the horrific terror attack at Baisaran, 5 kilometers from here? That's what I want to find out. Come with me on this Pahalgam ground report. क्या हुआ बिजनेस का?
क्या हो गया?
हाँ?
हो गया ठप।
बिल्कुल ठप
हो गया।
10 दिन पहले क्या हो रहा था? सब
पूरा अच्छा था।
अब कोई टूरिस्ट कोई नहीं आ रहा।
अभी नहीं आ रहा है।
तो कैसे करोगे बिजनेस?
अभी देखेंगे। इंशाल्लाह उम्मीद है फिर से आएगा। बहुत गलत हो गया ना। बिजनेस का छोड़ो, हम ये सोच रहे हैं कि जिनका जान चला गया तो वो वापस कहाँ आएंगे।
कोई लोकल उनको सपोर्ट नहीं करता है, ना करेगा, क्योंकि ये बिल्कुल इंसानियत के खिलाफ है जो भी ये वाक़ा हुआ यहाँ पे। हम इसकी पूरी तरह से मजम्मत करते हैं।
लेकिन लोकल के कुछ तो लोकल सपोर्ट, कुछ लोगों ने तो सपोर्ट किया होगा, नहीं तो ये कैसे वहां पहुंच गए?
देखिए, जिन लोगों ने इनको सपोर्ट किया है वो बिल्कुल गलत है। हम उसके लिए बहुत शर्मिंदा हैं, क्योंकि हम नहीं चाहते कि ये दोबारा ऐसी कोई हरकत हो। गवर्नमेंट को भी चाहिए इसके लिए कोई ऐसी सिचुएशन पैदा करे कश्मीर में कि ऐसा कोई दोबारा वाक़ा न हो यहाँ पे।
यानी पूरी सिक्योरिटी आप
सिक्योरिटी जी, इसके लिए इनको चाहिए कि ऐसा कुछ कदम उठाए कि दोबारा ऐसा हादसा ना हो, क्योंकि ये इंसानियत का कत्ल होता है। इससे कश्मीर भी बदनाम हो जाता है। यहाँ की हालात भी पूरी तरह से देखो, यहाँ की इकॉनमी पूरी तरह से डिस्ट्रॉय हो जाती है। इसका असर हम पे पड़ता है।
कितना बिजनेस करते थे एक हफ्ते पहले तक?
एक हफ्ते दिन के 1-2 लाख भी सेल करते थे। आज
1-2 लाख सेल होता था दिन का?
जी सर, ऐसा भी होता था, लेकिन आज 10,000 भी नुकसान 10,000 भी सेल नहीं होते हैं।
कितने सालों से आप?
सर ये पिछले 50-60 साल से है यहाँ पे।
50-60 साल। क्या क्या बेचते हो
सर? यहाँ पे क्रैनबेरी, ब्लैकबेरी, ब्लूबेरी।
क्रैनबेरी, ब्लैकबेरी, ब्लूबेरी। तो पहलगाम केवल टूरिस्ट के नाम पे चलता है एक तरह से?
सर पूरी तरह से टूरिस्ट पे ही चलता है। जो भी चलता है टूरिस्ट के लिए चलता है, उसी से हम भी चलते हैं।
बिजनेस ठीक ठाक चल रहा था?
पहले चल रहा था ठीक ठाक, लेकिन अब नहीं।
तो क्या कहेंगे जिस तरह से बैसरन का ये टेरर अटैक हुआ?
गलत बात है। हम भी मजम्मत करते हैं इसको। जिसने किया उसको पकड़ो और फांसी पे लटका दो।
फांसी पे लटका दो?
जिसने किया।
तो क्या कहेंगे टूरिस्ट को, क्या कहेंगे जो आपके?
हम टूरिस्ट को वेलकम कर रहे हैं, वो आइए इधर पहलगाम।
पर क्यों आएंगे? इतना डर होगा तो कैसे आएंगे?
सर डर को खत्म करना है।
कैसे खत्म करना है?
और क्या करना है सर? अगर ऐसे बैठेंगे तो वो तो फिर बोलेंगे हम कामयाब हो गए। दुश्मन बोलेगा हम कामयाब हो गए
अगर डर जाओ तो। और आपका रेस्टोरेंट का नाम क्या है?
दाना पानी सर।
दाना पानी प्योर वेजिटेरियन?
100% वेजिटेरियन।
तो आपके यहाँ कौन कौन आते थे टूरिस्ट? कहाँ से? गुजराती टूरिस्ट।
बात किस्मती है सर हमारी, क्या करेंगे। सब आते थे लोकल, अपने पैसे कमाते थे। जब हालात खराब हो गए टूरिस्ट सब भाग गए।
कितना बना लेते थे महीने के?
महीने के तकरीबन 20-25 हज़ार बन जाता था।
बन जाता था?
झूठ क्यों बोलेंगे, सही बोल रहा हूँ सर।
और अब पिछले एक हफ्ते से कुछ नहीं, जीरो
है सर, जीरो।
और क्या कहोगे इन टूरिस्ट को?
टूरिस्ट आना चाहिए इधर पहलगाम के लिए, आना चाहिए। हम अमन चाहते हैं।
But who do you blame? Do you blame Pakistan, Pak-based terrorists?
Listen to me. Don't tell us Pakistan, this. जैसे आप हो वैसे मैं भी हूँ। अगर आपके पास जानकारी जो है वो मेरे पास भी है। मतलब इस तरह मत करिए।
So whoever is responsible.
Whoever is responsible उसको आप सजा दे दीजिए। आपके पास कोर्ट से, आपके पास एजेंसीज है, everything you have, इनको यूज करिए। आप हमारे साथ खेलते थे, घूमते थे, आते थे। दे आर एंजॉयिंग हियर। हम भी एंजॉय कर रहे थे अपनी लाइफ, वो भी कर रहे थे।
Javed, why not directly blame Pakistan? Pakistan has for the last 35 years carried out terror attacks in Kashmir.
देखिए, हमें इस पे कोई पता नहीं है। हम आम आदमी हैं। मैंने पहले कहा हम कंडेम करते हैं। हम नेचुरली कंडेम करेंगे, कोई भी करेगा। एवरीवन कंडेमिंग दिस नॉनसेंस अटैक। इतनी बड़ी कंट्री है, उनको वहाँ पर बहुत बड़े मतलब थिंक टैकर है, उनको पता है, तो दे नो एवरीथिंग।
How long did you Dana Pani?
18 years.
18 years.
18 years.
And mainly for vegetarians.
This is purely vegetarian restaurant.
So you
every Gujarati, every Marathi came here and enjoying the meal here, especially kadi khichdi and all this. But unfortunately, you can see our streets, it's empty.
Every time we think peace is returning, tourists are coming, suddenly
Actually,
this happens.
listen to me. State government is there, central government is there. Pusho unko.
It is their responsibility.
Yeah, why not? They are the main there. हमारे तक क्या है? वोट देना, वो हमने दे दिया। That is it. मत छेड़िए कश्मीरी को। कश्मीरी ऑलरेडी जला हुआ है। कश्मीरी is bleeding, okay? And Kashmiri is bleeding right now. मत करिए हमें।
So you are saying don't target every Kashmiri for what happened in Baisaran?
Why?
Because people believe locals were also supporting some of these militants.
It's nonsense, sir. If we are part of India, then why they blaming us? कहाँ पर लिखा? गीता में लिखा है अब मुसलमान को मारो, कुरान में लिखा है एक इंसानियत का कत्ल है, होल मैन काइंड का कत्ल। उसमें ये नहीं लिखा नहीं हिंदू हो मुस्लिम हो सिख हो उसको मारो आप तो मुसलमान बड़ा बन जाएगा। नो, नेवर एवर, कहीं पर नहीं रिटर्न लिखा हुआ है। I have manager, another manager, namely by Somraj. Okay.
Your manager is Somraj.
He's working under me. Okay. 7 साल से हम एक बेड पे सोते हैं। मैं इस साइड नमाज पढ़ता हूँ, उस साइड इसका भगवान का फोटो है। आई एम मुस्लिम हियर, उसके पीछे देखो भगवान का फोटो लगा है, ऊपर दरबार साहब का, मेरा किसी का नहीं लगा, मगर हम बिलीव करते हैं कि यूनिटी मस्ट।
You have put a
दरबार साहब अपर साइड है, नीचे वो श्री भगवान कृष्ण का फोटो लगा है। ये मैं आगे होता हूँ, 10 साल इसको हुए हैं, किसी ने नहीं उखाड़ा है।
Very interesting.
Listen,
So you have got Sri Ram here, you have got Darbara Sahib there.
Actually, the main property is Sardar Ji's, okay? But I am running this restaurant from last 18 years.
So restaurant is run by is owned by a Sardar.
Sardar Ji.
You are the main manager,
I'm the
who's a
senior manager, okay?
Javed,
Okay.
and your assistant is
We
Somraj.
are half our staff, half are Muslims, half are Hindus here, okay?
Wow.
From last 18 years, I am managing this. कभी भी नोक जोक नहीं हुई आपस में। दिस इज कॉल्ड कश्मीर इन कश्मीरी। हमारी जो बाहर पिक्चर डिफेम की जाती है ना, सरकार को कहिए एक्शन।
No, but the terrorists have defamed you, no? They have singled out people based on their religion.
Don't blame us, Mr. Rajiv sir. Don't blame us. Tell the government there. Tell your government, प्यार करो हमसे और हमसे प्यार ले लो।
This has happened for the first time in 35 years that tourists have been targeted. It never happened in 90s. It never happened at the peak of the militancy in 91, 92. This is the first time when innocent tourists were targeted. I mean, who is at loss? It's the Kashmiris who are at loss.
So is there anger among Kashmiris now against terrorism?
I mean, each and every district in Kashmir has come out in protest. Each and every sector of the society has come out and they have protested against what has happened. It's totally against Kashmiriyat. It's against the values of Kashmiris. So each and every Kashmiri is against this.
And I'm told you are going to inaugurate your new hotel here on the 1st of May. That's today.
Today was supposed to be the inauguration for my hotel and many people like me. I mean, there are like 4,000 hotels coming up in Pahalgam.
4,000 hotels coming up in Pahalgam alone.
Which are about to start their operations. Maybe some of them were supposed to start in May, like me. Some of them were supposed to start 4 months from now. This year we were expecting a room inventory of around 8,000 rooms. New 8,000 rooms opening in Pahalgam.
And you have come back from the US to start this hotel in Pahalgam.
By profession, I was an investment banker in US, in New York City. And I moved back to India with this intention that things are very normal here. And we should be, I thought this was the best time to start my own venture here in India. And
have you given up? Have you given up on your hotel dream?
Absolutely not. Kashmir has seen the worst times in 90s. Absolutely not. We'll come out. We'll come up. We'll come back. We'll come out of this difficult situation with the support of 140 crore people. And we all have to be united together. There are people like me who came from outside India to start their own venture. There are people who have taken loans. There are taxi walas, pony walas, tempo owners, small houseboat owners who have taken huge loans from the banks, from the market to start their ventures. And they are all positive, and we are all positive that things will not be like this. Maybe 20 days, 25 days, things will be normal and things will come normal life and people will start coming back to Kashmir once again. This is not the end of Kashmir. Kashmir has seen worse times in the past. There's a lot of negativity also going on in the media, and it's due. It is supposed to happen.
28 people have died, innocents have died.
Yes. All I'm requesting, it should not be in the name of Kashmir. Okay. Period. It should not be in the name of Kashmir.
Thank you, my friend.
Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you.
ये जो कह रहे हैं ना कि करोड़ों इंडियंस हमारे यहाँ आए नहीं, ये उनके मुंह में, उनके दिमाग में डाल के नफरत बढ़ाते। Don't do this.
Thank you.
So Rajiv ji, have a tea, cup of tea, please. That
Special tea you're going to give me?
Please have a
Come on, I cannot say no. What tea will you give me?
Yeah, we will give you kahwa, Kashmiri.
You have kahwa?
Yes.
Chalo, I'll have some kahwa with you. Come on, let's have some kahwa together. We found one small group of tourists who've actually come here 3 days ago. Where have you come from? Malappuram. Come from Kerala? Malappuram. Why you have come to Kashmir? Beautiful place. Yeah, you find it beautiful. But didn't the attack in Baisaran frighten you after that?
No.
No? You're not feeling frightened?
No.
What is the best thing about Kashmir? What have you liked the most? Huh? Srinagar. You went on the lake?
Yes.
Dal Lake?
Dal Lake room. Yes.
Dal Lake room? Houseboat?
Dal Lake.
Whole family? All from Malappuram? Very nice. Very good. Family from Malappuram? Good to see you. C'est la vie. So be it. Are lovely.
बारिश के पहले बहुत रश था इधर।
रश था?
बहुत।
कितना कमा लेते थे दिन के?
2000, 3000, 4000 जैसे टूरिस्ट आते थे अच्छा कमाते थे।
और अब बिल्कुल कोई टूरिस्ट नहीं?
कुछ भी नहीं है, अब बस बैठे हैं दुकानों की रखवाली करते हैं इधर।
आप डिस्काउंट देंगे?
50%।
हाँ?
हद से ज्यादा
डिस्काउंट। कितना डिस्काउंट?
दिल तो चाहता है कि टूरिस्ट लोग आए।
आपका दिल चाहता है टूरिस्ट आए?
उन्हीं से तो पूरी चमक है इस कश्मीर की।
लेकिन बैसरन के बाद क्यों आए टूरिस्ट? आप लोग तो डरे हुए हैं ना?
इंशाल्लाह धीरे धीरे डर खत्म होगा। जिसने ये किया वो सजा भुगतेगा इंशाल्लाह।
आज तक अगर कश्मीर में मिलिटेंसी थी पीक पर, 2-3 साल से तो बिल्कुल शांति थी कश्मीर, मगर अचानक से ये टूरिस्ट के साथ जो हुआ ये हमारे भाइयों के साथ हुआ। और ये टूरिस्ट हमारे कश्मीर की सिर्फ आन बान शान ही नहीं है, ये हमारी जान भी है। हम उनके लिए हर तरह की कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि इनको मतलब सेफ कैसे रह जाए। और अगर टूरिस्ट यहाँ ना हो जाए तो कश्मीर पूरा बेरोजगार हो जाएगा।
यही तो है ना, यही तो पाकिस्तान चाहता है कि टूरिस्ट ना आए, हिंदू मुस्लिम फसाद हो, यही तो चाहता है।
अगर पाकिस्तान चाह रहा है तो इंडिया तो बहुत बड़ा है और यहाँ के एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन को उनको जवाब देना चाहिए। ये हम भी चाह रहे हैं।
आप चाहते हैं कि जवाब दे?
क्यों नहीं चाह रहे हैं?
जवाब देना चाहिए।
देना चाहिए। गवर्नर प्रशासन को जवाब देना है, डिफेंस को जवाब देना है।
पाकिस्तान के अगर ये टेररिस्ट पाकिस्तान से आए तो पाकिस्तान को जवाब देना है ना?
उनको भी जवाब, वो तो उनकी बात, सेंटर की बात है, उनसे जवाब लेना।
पर आप सपोर्ट करेंगे जो भी एक्शन है?
कश्मीर को जैसे सपोर्ट चाहिए हम तो करते रहे।
बच्चा सपोर्ट करेगा।
देखा होगा कि लोकल सपोर्ट के साथ ही ये जाने कम हो गई, क्योंकि जिस जगह पर ये अटैक हुआ वहाँ पर गाड़ी का कोई साधन नहीं है, यहाँ घोड़े से या पैदल से। जब ये वाक़ा हुआ वहाँ अगर कश्मीरी लोकल नहीं होते तो शायद इससे ज्यादा और नुकसान हो जाता।
I'm at the very spot in Pahalgam where tourists would gather to take the pony ride up to Baisaran, 5 kilometers away. Before the 22nd of April, this place would be crawling with tourists and ponywalas. Now there is literally no one. A sign of just how Pahalgam has changed in the matter of a few days. नमस्कार, कैसे हो?
जी सर, ठीक है सर।
क्या नाम है आपका? राउफ।
जी सर।
आप पोनी का बिजनेस है?
जी घोड़े वाला हूँ मैं।
कितने घोड़े हैं आपके?
10 घोड़े।
10 घोड़े?
जी सर।
अब कोई नहीं है?
बिल्कुल खाली।
बिल्कुल खाली
है सर।
पर क्या करें? बैसरन के बाद उस दिन आप कहाँ थे?
सर हम तो यही थे। ये तो मैं समझता हूँ कि शायद उन लोगों की खुशनसीबी थी कि हम लोग खुद साथ नहीं थे। खुद साथ होते तो हम लोग तो लड़ते।
आप लड़ते?
बिल्कुल लड़ते सर, और क्या।
फिर बाकी के जो घुड़सवार वो लड़े क्यों नहीं?
सर वो लोग लेबर थे, उनको नहीं पता था, वो डर गए। अगर हम जैसे मालिक रहते साथ में तो हम तो लड़ते सर। और इस चीज में तो लड़ना ही है ना सर।
तो आपके कुछ दोस्तों ने बचाया उनको, लाए वहां से पहाड़ से?
हमारे ही कलीग थे जिन लोगों ने बचाया उनको। जो हुआ वो तो उसमें तो हम लोग शर्मिंदा है। इसके आगे तो हम लोग होने नहीं देंगे, चाहे फिर हमें कोई भी करना पड़े। पहलगाम तो कहीं था ही नहीं। हम लोगों को खुद भी हैरानी हो जाती है कि जब मुझे मेरे आदमी ने फ़ोन किया कि यहाँ फायरिंग हो रही है, मैंने उसको कहा टूरिस्ट का कहाँ है? उसने कहा मेरे साथ ही है। मैंने उसको कहा घोड़े छोड़ और उनको नीचे लेके आ जा। मुझे उस टाइम भी यकीन नहीं हुआ कि सच में बैसरन में भी हमला हो सकता है, क्योंकि ये एरिया पीसफुल माना जाता है। जो हुआ वो बहुत ही ज़्यादा गलत हुआ, बहुत ज़्यादा गलत हुआ। आप यकीन नहीं करेंगे, हम लोगों ने भी 3 दिन घर में, हमारे घर में, मेरे अपने घर में चूल्हा ही नहीं जला। मैं आपको फैक्ट बोल रहा हूँ सर। मसला बन गया था कि लोगों को पूछ के मारना, ये तो सरासर हमारे माथे पे एक दाग लग गया। सर मैं तो आपके माध्यम से बोलना चाहता हूँ उस पार के लोगों के, कश्मीर बदल गया है। कश्मीर में आपका जो डर था, यहाँ जो आप लोगों ने डर फैलाया था, वो 2019 के बाद खत्म हो गया है।
जो लश्कर हो या पाकिस्तान,
लश्कर हो, जो भी हो, व्हाटएवर जो भी हो, उनकी जितनी भी तंजीमें हैं, हम लोग डरने वाले हैं ही नहीं। अब तो बोलते हैं ना कि गीदड़ की जब मौत आती है वो शहर की तरफ भागता है। अब पुलिस, आर्मी, सीआरपीएफ नहीं करेगी। अब जो सामना होगा, आमना सामना होगा, वो लोगों से होगा,
लोगों से करना पड़ेगा। अगर कोई लोकल सपोर्ट भी इनको दे तो
इस बार ये लोगों के साथ सामना है इन लोगों का, जहां भी।
सर जा सकते हैं? इंडिया टुडे आज तक से है।
जी सर। नहीं सर, ऐसे कैसे जाएंगे?
नहीं
कोई नहीं सर, इधर नहीं है।
नहीं, अफसर कहाँ है?
अफसर ऊपर है सर, बैसरन।
सब बैसरन गए हैं?
जंगलों में ऊपर है अफसर।
अफसर सब ऊपर है, यहाँ कोई नहीं है?
इधर नहीं है सर।
यहाँ पूछताछ हो रही थी पुनी वाले वगैरह की?
वो टीम अलग है, वो सर दूर है ऊपर।
पर अब नहीं जा सकते किसी से?
इधर नहीं है सर,
कोई नहीं है?
इधर नहीं है सर, इधर कोई नहीं है।
लेकिन तैनाती क्या क्या किस तरह की तैनाती है, पूछ नहीं सकते किसी से?
वो सर उधर गए हुए ना, बंदे भी उधर ही हैं।
आपके अफसर सब ऊपर बैसरन में है?
घोड़े वाले, गाड़ी वाले सब ऊपर हैं।
Okay, we've come to the police headquarters here in Pahalgam, where we've been told that all the top police officials today are in Baisaran, where a number of officials from Delhi have also come as part of the investigation into what happened that day, whether there were security lapses and much more. Many of those questions will obviously be answered in the future. For now though, as I said at the very outset, Pahalgam is a town still coming to terms with what happened on the 22nd of April. It is a terror attack that has perhaps changed Pahalgam forever. What the future holds, no one quite knows. Umeed pe duniya kayam hai is a word that we hear on the streets of Pahalgam. Hope lives eternal. Rajdeep Sardesai in Pahalgam for India Today. Hope lives eternal in a sense in Pahalgam. Now it's been more than a week since the Baisaran attack near Pahalgam that took place. The survivors and the family members of the victims are still coming to terms with what happened that day. Today was Lieutenant Vinay Narwal's birthday. He was among the first to be shot by the terrorists. His family held a blood donation camp to mark the occasion, and Narwal's wife Himanshi urged citizens not to target common Muslims and Kashmiris for what happened to her husband in Baisaran. Listen to her.
People going against Muslims or Kashmiris, we don't want this. We want peace and only peace. Of course, we want justice. Of course, the people that have done wrong with him should be punished.
And earlier I spoke to Aishanya Dwivedi. She lost her husband Shubham in the horrific terror attack. They had been married for just 2 months. And I began by asking Aishanya, it's a week, Aishanya, since you lost. First of all, our prayers and thoughts with you and your family members in this moment of trauma. It's been a week since you lost your husband in this tragic terror attack. Have you been able to really process what happened that day on 22nd April? 1 week later, what happened? How do you see it? Is it still a kind of a shock to the system, a nightmare that you simply cannot get over?
It's a nightmare for the nation. It's a nightmare for the family. It's a nightmare for me. It is a nightmare क्योंकि हमें ऐसा लग रहा है ये एक बहुत बुरा सपना है और मैं सो के उठूंगी ये सपना ख़त्म हो जाएगा, लेकिन हर सुबह वही रियलिटी चेक वही बातें, वही सारा अपने आसपास रोना धोना। मैं रोज देख के इट्स अगेन अ स्लैप ऑन माई फेस कि हो गया है। देन अगेन आई स्लीप। मैं रात में मेरे शुभम की शादी के वीडियोस देख के सोती हूँ। 2 महीने हुए थे हमारी शादी को, मेरे पास बहुत सारे ऐसे वीडियोस है सब जो मैं देख के रोज सोती हूँ कि मैं सब ठीक है, सब ठीक है। पता नहीं क्यों मैं अपने आप को बता रही हूँ ये देख के कि शायद मुझे नींद आ जाए, शायद मैं सो पाऊँ। सुबह वापस से वही सेम, बैक टू स्क्वायर वन। एंड he's no more, he's not there with me, he's not holding my hand.
I can imagine, Aishanya, how tough this is for you, even to come on this show and speak about it just a week later. I just want to understand, where is this strength coming from? Where is the strength coming from that you're coming out and speaking out on what happened that day?
Yeah, मतलब एंड समवेयर ये जो स्ट्रेंथ है ना, जिस स्ट्रेंथ से शायद मैं आज बोल रही हूँ, वो मेरे साथ मुझे वो स्ट्रेंथ दे रहा है। नहीं तो सब मेरे 2-3 दिन तो मेरे अंदर हालत ही नहीं थी कि मैं कुछ बोल पाऊँ, कुछ कह पाऊँ, क्योंकि मेरे आंखों के सामने वही सेम चीज चल रही है। मेरे आंखों के सामने मुझे कंटिन्यूसली लूप में दिख रहा है that he shot and he's on my lap, he shot, he's on my lap, it's on loop। तो ये ताकत जो आज मेरे में है कि मैं आपसे बात कर पा रही हूँ, मैं किसी से बोल पा रही हूँ, तो वो वही दे रहा है। वो मेरे पास खड़े होके बोल रहा है, बोल बेबी, क्योंकि आज तू नहीं बोलेगी कल फिर होगा। मैं बार बार सिर्फ यही पॉइंट पे बार बार बोल रही हूँ, हम नहीं बोलेंगे ये कल फिर होगा, नहीं बोलेंगे लोग, ये 4-4 साल की जगह 2-2 महीने में, 3-3 महीने में होने लगेगा।
Do you want to take us through then what happened that day, Aishanya? Give us a sense of what you saw, what you heard, what was going through your mind when those terrorists entered that Baisaran meadow.
So that day we went to पहलगाम के ऊपर, उसको एरिया को बैसरन बोलते हैं शायद, वहाँ पे हम घोड़े से गए थे। ऑन द वे मैं बोल रही थी इट्स माई फर्स्ट पोनी राइड, इट्स माई फर्स्ट पोनी राइड, वी वर सो हैप्पी। हम ऊपर पहुँचे 2:10 के आसपास हम ऊपर पहुँचे थे और मैंने मैगी का ऑर्डर दिया था, और उसी के जस्ट अपोजिट पे गेट से ही घुसते ही 30 मीटर पे, ज़्यादा दूर गए ही नहीं थे, हम घुसे ही थे, तो वहाँ बैठ के मैगी का वेट कर रहे थे कि आएगी मैगी खाएंगे। 2:22 पे शुभम की मेरे फादर इन लॉ से बात हुई कि अब हम पहुँच चुके हैं, बस कुछ खा पी के थोड़ा घूम के 2:45 तक वील कम डाउन। एंड आफ्टर कटिंग द कॉल उसने मेरे से ये बोला कि बेबी 2:25 समथिंग अराउंड हो रहा था। शोड मी द वॉच, टाइम दिखाया उसने प्रॉपरली, और बोला कि 2:45 तक विल गो डाउन। तब तक द मैगी एंड द कॉफ़ी व्हाट वी ऑर्डर्ड आ गया था। तो कॉफ़ी पकड़ के मेरी बहन जो है वो थोड़ा सा हमसे दूर बैठी, तो उसे चढ़ा के बोल रहा था देख देख मैं तुम्हारी कॉफ़ी पी रहा हूँ। और फिर हम दोनों स्माइल करते हुए, द नेक्स्ट मोमेंट आउट ऑफ नोवेयर किसी ने हमें पीछे से अप्रोच किया। हम नीचे बैठे थे, दैट गाय वाज स्टैंडिंग, खड़ा था वो, से अप्रोच किया और आते ही बोला हिंदू है या मुसलमान। तो इफ़ आपको कोई भी फ्रॉम नोवेयर कम एंड आस्क यू हिंदू या मुसलमान, तो आपको नहीं पता होगा कि ये आतंकवाद है, ये हमें, ये कौन है, ये मार भी सकता है, यू डोंट नो। हमने पलट के उसको पूछा क्या है भैया, तो उसने बोला हिंदू है, मुसलमान है, कलमा पढ़। लाउडली उसने थोड़ा बोला, एंड जितनी देर में हम समझ पाते कि हमें रिप्लाई भी क्या करना चाहिए। हमने हिंदू है बोला, क्योंकि वो तो इवेंचुअली हमारे ज़बान पे रहता है कि हम हिंदू हैं, तो दोनों ने साथ में बोला हिंदू है। एंड इवन द सेंटेंस, ही कुड नॉट फिनिश दिस सेंटेंस पूरा, ही वाज शॉट। इट वाज वेरी ब्रूटल, बिकॉज उन्होंने सोच समझ के पहला शॉट दिया था।
I saw the video, Aishanya, of the person who's on the zip line, who's enjoying that zip line ride. And when you look at that video, Aishanya, you can see that the terrorists have entered and caught everyone unaware. So everyone is completely in panic mode, including the locals, it appears. You want to give us a sense of what was going on with the locals, the horsemen, the pony riders, those who'd taken you on a pony ride? How many of them were in any position to come and protect anyone at all? Were there enough efforts made? Was there anybody out there who could have actually challenged and taken on these terrorists in those terrible moments?
Sir, it happened so suddenly that people could not even understand कि हुआ क्या है. जब तक समझ में आता लोगों को क्या हुआ है एंड वो हेल्प के लिए पूछ पाते, भाग पाते, तो उन्होंने ट्राई किया. इवन मैंने भी ट्राई किया हेल्प मांगने का लोगों से, बट देयर वाज नो हेल्प. देयर वाज नो हेल्प. ऊपर पहाड़ पे देयर वाज नो हेल्प. पूरा वैली से आप उतर के पूरा नीचे आओगे, देयर इज नो ट्रेल, देयर इज नो वे आउट कि आप कुछ रास्ता फॉलो करके आओ. कोई रास्ता ही नहीं है. बस इंसान नीचे की तरफ दौड़ रहा था बच के, अपने आप को बचा के. तो जब हम उससे भी आए ऑन द वे, कोई हेल्प नहीं, क्योंकि शुभम वाज शॉट फर्स्ट. तो एज अ विक्टिम फैमिली, एज अ विक्टिम हम पहले थे, क्योंकि उसके पहले तो वही भाग पाए जो बचे हैं. हमें जब तक होश आया तब हमने वहां से निकले. हम जितने भी हम 4 लोग बचे थे, उसके बाद हम वहां से निकले. हमें ना रास्ते में कोई हेल्प मिली, ना ऊपर वैली पे कोई हेल्प मिली. नीचे आके हमें 3 JNK पुलिस ऑफिसर्स मिले थे. उनके शोल्डर्स पे JNK पुलिस लिखा है. दे वर वेयरिंग यूनिफॉर्म. उनका शायद ब्लू कलर का होता है यूनिफॉर्म. तो मी एंड माय सिस्टर बेग देम. लिटरली हम हाथ जोड़ के उनसे बोल रहे हैं कि मैं बोल रही हूँ मेरा पति ऊपर पड़ा है, ऊपर लोग फंसे हैं. ही वाज डेड. तो उसको तो मैं यही बोलूंगी वो ऊपर है. There were a lot of people still there trying to save, was waiting कि कोई मदद आ जाएगी. और वो मुझसे जवाब क्या दे रहे हैं, हम कुछ नहीं कर सकते. Straight up they said that कि हम कुछ नहीं कर सकते. हमसे पूछ रहे हैं उल्टा कि आपके शरीर में खून कहाँ से लगा है. आप बता रही हूँ मैं खून कहाँ से लगा. जाओ मदद तो करो. अरे कोशिश तो करो. ऊपर थोड़ा हम जिस वैली से उतर के आए वहां चढ़ने की तो ट्राई करो.
Today, it's been more than a week. Do you want revenge? Is your predominant emotion, Aishanya, that of revenge? That these terrorists have to be killed at all costs, including their patrons? Is that what would give you some kind of a closure, however difficult that be, unless the killings are avenged, Aishanya? बदला above all else. बदला चाहती है.
उन्होंने ना बहुत सोच समझ के सबको यहाँ मारा है कि ये बचे ही नहीं. और हम यहाँ बैठ के टेररिस्ट को बचाते हैं. हम उनसे क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं. हम उनसे क्वेश्चन, वो नहीं बताएंगे कुछ. क्यों अपना टाइम वेस्ट कर रहे हैं उनको पूछ के. अरे kill them, just shot them dead right there when you see terrorists. Shoot, finish them off. एक सांस लेने तक का भी नहीं छोड़ा उन्होंने कि इंसान तड़पे. कि कुछ तो बोल पाता शायद शुभम मुझसे, लास्ट वर्ड्स कुछ कह पाता. उसको कहीं 2 सेकंड की जान भी छोड़ी होती तो शायद वो मुझसे कुछ बोल पाता. शायद वो फैमिलीज एक अपने परिवार वालों से आखिरी बार शायद वो मुझसे बोल पाता, बेबी आई लव यू. सोच समझ के गोली मारी है कि सांस भी ना बचे इंसान के अंदर.
I can completely understand your emotions. I just want to understand your favorite memory in a way of Shubham. What kind of a person was he? Would you want to share something with us today of how you would like to remember your husband?
He was a beautiful person. I've never seen such happy face, such smiling face. वो जिंदगी जीने वाला इंसान था. घूमना, पार्टी करना, दोस्तों के साथ जाना, फैमिली के साथ बैठ के शाम को बातें करना. He was that kind of a person. ना लड़ाई ना झगड़ा. He loved me. बहुत 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 प्यार करता था मेरे से.
Those are the voices of those still traumatized by what happened on the 22nd of April. Our thoughts with Aishanya and prayers with each and every member of the victims' families. Now, while there is grief all over among the families, there is anger in the valley. And that anger has led, interestingly, to a kind of political solidarity that we haven't seen. Parties that have been fierce opponents have now come together. The People's Democratic Party, taking on the National Conference in Srinagar and the Modi government in Delhi, has now rallied behind both and in fact called the Jammu Bandh last week. Jammu and the Srinagar Bandh against what happened in Baisaran. I am joined by the PDP leader, Iltija Mufti, part of the Gen Next of our party. Appreciate your joining us, Iltija. As you said, not a great time to be talking to each other, given what's happened.
Yes.
But is there a sense that this terrible incident, terrible attack in Baisaran will be a wake-up call for all Kashmiri politicians and Kashmiris to set apart all your differences with the center, amongst yourself, and come together in solidarity given what's happened?
You know, I don't think if wake-up call is the right way to put it. I think for us, we've seen so much violence in the past 30, 35 years. We've all suffered. So when something like this happened, you saw there was a spontaneous coming out. People observed a shutdown. Mehbooba ji first called, you know, there was a shutdown in Jammu, and then Mehbooba ji called for a similar shutdown in Kashmir. And honestly, Rajdeep, the solidarity that you see, the shock that you see, you know, the people of Jammu and Kashmir mourning with the rest of the country, you know, in this hour of grief, is a very spontaneous reaction that's come about. Frankly, we didn't need such, you know, a horrific incident to happen for us to come together. And like I said, for the first time, I think in a long time, the people of Jammu and Kashmir are mourning with the rest of the country. You know, it's an incident that's rattled all of us, and it's absolutely horrific. You know, the way these innocent tourists were gunned down, and that also in a popular, you know, tourist destination that is relatively safer like Pahalgam. So it's come as a moment of shock. And you saw the people of Kashmir express their solidarity and come out in such, you know, massive numbers, and they observed a shutdown. This is something that they did on their own. And you didn't just have political parties, mind you. It wasn't just about the PDP NC. You also had Mirwais Saab, you know, using his pulpit to condemn this attack, you know, to call for people to observe a shutdown. So you had people cutting across political, religious, socio, you know, economic lines coming together to condemn this barbaric incident.
You know, it's interesting because all these years of coming to Kashmir, the word I've always heard here is alienation. People are alienated from Delhi. This time, the word is a word, but anger. People are angry, not with Delhi this time, but angry with those who are running these terror factories, including in Pakistan.
Yeah.
Is there a clarity on that? I don't hear the P word as often, but I certainly hear the T word, the terror. Is there a clarity now that enough is enough? And that for much too long, Kashmiris have, in a sense, allowed or been victims in their own way of these terror factories emanating out of Pakistan?
I think, honestly, every time an incident like this happens, it's so normal for the media or even people in, you know, India, in the rest of the country to kind of like conflate Kashmiris with militants or to see us as terror sympathizers or people who condone terrorism. We don't. And I feel so bad that every time I come on a show after an incident like this, I have to prove that I'm not even Indian. I have to prove that I'm human. मुझे अपने इंसान होने का सबूत देना पड़ता है. Am I not human, Rajdeep? Are you not human? Are we not humane enough? When something like this happens and you see the way they were gunned down, of course I'm going to condemn it. Of course it's an act of terror. Why do I even have to be asked, do you condemn this incident? Of course we condemn this incident. And whoever is responsible for this, whoever is the perpetrator, they must be taken to task.
Whether they are locals or whether they are people from Pakistan, any and every one has to be punished, unequivocal on that, without ifs and buts. The reason I'm asking you that is, in the past there's been a sense that Kashmiris have been wary of coming out on the street. How far do we go in taking on terror? And as a result, terror has grown. Kashmiris have got demonized, not just in the valley, but outside, have got vilified and said you're terror sympathizers. We've seen some students in some parts also being targeted. Will that change? Is there a sense, I mean, obviously you can't put all the burden on Kashmiris. We in the rest of the country have also to rise to the occasion. But is there a sense that Kashmiris need to respond very differently now?
Rajdeep, Kashmiris showed you their response 2 days after the attack happened. We saw how Lal Chowk, Mehbooba ji carried out a protest, and you saw people were literally thronging Lal Chowk because they wanted to show their solidarity. Kashmiris have taken the first step by denouncing this terror attack, by saying not in my name. As Kashmiris, we stand against terror. We stand against any form of terrorism. Now,
particularly targeted attacks against Hindus in this manner.
Absolutely.
But in 1990, you will recall when Kashmiri Pandits, the exodus took place.
Give me a moment to finish.
Yes.
Kashmiris took the first step by denouncing this attack, by condemning it, and there was absolutely no ambiguity. Now it is for the rest of the country, it is for the government of India to take the lead. The next step is something that they have to take. You've seen in the past 2 days how there's been a vilification of Kashmiris, whether it's Kashmiri students. There are Kashmiri girls who were assaulted in Jamia Millia University. There was a Kashmiri shawl vendor who was heckled, who was abused by Bajrang Dal goons in Uttarakhand. So I have to say that I'm very disappointed by the rest of the country, because for them, it's very easy to confuse us with militants. It's very easy to paint us all with the broad stroke of terrorism. कि आप कश्मीरी हैं तो आप उग्रवाद, आप आतंकवादी होंगे. But we are the ones who protested. We are the ones who protested. But somehow the media is demonizing us. The media is vilifying us. And because of that constant simmering, of tension, what is happening is that Kashmiris throughout the country are being hounded. They're being heckled. Their jobs are being snatched. We saw how even students are being attacked. So frankly, I feel very disappointed. We can time travel. Absolutely, we can go back to the 1990s. I know you're going to bring up the Pandit exodus. That's what you're coming to.
No, I was only saying that when that happened, there was a sense that Kashmiris did not stand up and say not in my name. Today they are. And
that's not true, Rajdeep.
That's
not true.
Okay.
I don't want to cheapen lives, but for every Pandit, every minority person who was killed, you had, an equal number of Kashmiri Muslims who were gunned down. You cannot say, Rajdeep, terrorism is not something that will affect people, कि ये Hindu है तो Muslim को नहीं करेगा. Even we have lost so many lives here, Rajdeep. Let's not give it a communal angle, Let's not say
that's what Pakistan wants to do, obviously. That's what the terrorists want to do. But I want to ask you this in conclusion, because what I've also seen is symbols of hope. I saw Maharashtrians and Gujaratis, today is Maharashtra Day, Gujarat Day, out there in Pahalgam, still in their resorts. Very few of them.
You miss, the naval officer whose wife was unfortunately widowed. She made a very strong plea on camera today, where she urged the citizens of India not to punish, not to collectively punish Kashmiri Muslims and Kashmiris.
I know you're saying that because I was in Bij Bihara also today, where remember the house of one of the suspected terrorist mastermind, Adil, was blown up by the security agency. So there's a sense of retribution going on there as well.
Disproportionate retribution. Because if you look at the number of houses that were razed in Muran, Pulwama last week, along with one house of the suspected militant's family, 15-20 houses were razed to dust. You had one, patriarch of the family crying before the camera, talking about how he had saved up money for, his daughter's marriage. So why are Kashmiris being collectively punished? They've been collectively punished since 2019.
So what you're saying is if the healing touch has to take place, and it's desperately needed, it has to take place from both sides. And therefore Kashmiris will have to speak out in one voice, and so does the rest of the country. And that's how we've got to find a way forward.
The cycle of mutual suspicion, Kashmiris do not, there's a mistrust between Kashmir and the rest of the India. And it works both ways. So this cycle, this vicious, unending cycle of mutual suspicion, it has to stop. And I would urge the people, of this country that if you want somebody, who exemplifies Kashmir, it is Adil Shah who laid down his life protecting tourists. It is Adil Shah who exemplifies Kashmiriyat, not just Kashmiriyat, but Insaniyat as well. He has served as the perfect example of Kashmiriyat and humanity. So don't look us through the lens of these terrorists who came in and who were the perpetrators of this terror attack. Look at us through the lens of an Adil Shah who laid down his life.
I'm going to leave it there, Itija Mufti. It's good to have you on the show. As I said, not the right time, but perhaps at least the right words that are being used that hopefully will echo. So thank you very much
Thank you
for joining me. I want to also raise the question of where are the terrorists? Where are those who are responsible for what happened in Baisaran? We are told that there's a major security operation on, of course, details cannot be disclosed, in different parts of Kashmir to find the terrorists responsible for what happened in Baisaran. I'm joined at this moment by two of my colleagues who are there on the ground tracking every moment. Kamaljeet Sandhu knows a thing or two about Kashmir. She's been tracking it for 2 decades. And Mir Farid hopefully will also join us. He's close to the border where, remember, there's been artillery firing that the Pakistanis have engaged in. But I want to first go to Kamaljeet. Kamaljeet, you've been tracking this right through. Is there a sense that the security forces are confident that the terrorists responsible for Baisaran will be caught sooner rather than later?
Well, you use the word retribution, and that is what the nation has been awaiting, but it's been taken longer than usual because what we've been told is the terrorists chose that particular area because there were too many escape routes. The cordon and search operation, which has been laid down in South Kashmir, particularly in Kulgam, Anantnag, and even in Shopian, this is where they believe a larger cordon which goes into kilometers and kilometers. Now, remember, the security forces have to tread very carefully because if they don't do that, they may actually result in having heavy casualties, which is something that they would want to avoid. So yes, the cordon has been laid, and it's not for 1 week. It's almost been 10 days now. This is where security forces say there could be natural cave-like cavities in which they could be hiding. They seem to be self-sustaining. That means they have ample supply of food, perhaps even water. This is where they're saying they have to move only when there's daylight. So all those are difficulties, but also it talks about how there's weak intelligence, how once this happened, a massive security lapse at that. There is also talk about how there could have been more input coming in. Now, what they've done is they've opened the phone lines, 20 lakh rupee reward being announced. But meanwhile, they're only hoping that they have boxed those particular terrorists inside, and the group could be larger in number. It's not just 4, it could be 8. And this is where they say there are folding mountains, a larger cordon, and then the forces moving upwards. That's really an uphill task. But meanwhile, it says it's going to take time. They surely will get them.
You know, obviously it isn't easy given the terrain. I also want to go to Mir Farid. He's there right at the border. Mir, what are you seeing around you at the moment? I'm told a lot of the villages have been vacated given the constant shelling going happening across both sides in those areas.
Yes, Rajdeep, the peace for these border residents is fragile. And again, they've come to know that as the firing has started, so they're the first casualty because they live very close to the line of control, be the Uri side and all along the long line of control in the Kashmir Valley. Bunkers have opened up again. The bunkers, community bunkers, bomb shelters that were closed since ages, they have been opened, cleaned. They're being cleaned, and people are uncertain what will happen next. Now, ceasefire violations happening all along the line of control. People now, some of them have moved back. Some who are staying because of various reasons are uncertain. What next? How will the Indian Army or the forces go ahead as far as the punitive response that everyone is waiting for, the military action, and which will be the sector, how widespread it will their lives be impacted? So these are the questions, and obviously they are the people who are directly in the line of fire. But overall, Rajdeep, we know that people are shocked, they're shaken to the core because they now are certain that the fundamentals of peace are very weak, very fragile in Kashmir. Last 3-4 years, they were happy that things had started to remain stable. There were no more bouts of turmoil. Terror was at its lowest ebb. So people had started to believe in peace, invest in peace. But all of a sudden, this incident has shattered everything, not only tourism, but it has had a ripple effect across all shades and lives as far as people are concerned. So that is also a sentiment that when will Kashmir see lasting peace, and are we really seeing a situation where one incident, while it is a massive incident, but it can really devastate everything. So that is the feeling right from the LOC to the hinterland, and ordinary Kashmiri right now is uncertain. He's hurt, but he's also really surprised and shocked at the way one incident, though massive one, but it has really devastated peace, devastated tourism, and had a ripple effect across all walks of life. So that is the sentiment, and right now also uncertainty. What next post this incident? Whether a flare up on the borders, how big that conflict will be, and how will it impact the people of Kashmir?
Mir Farid joining us there. Clearly there's a mood of anxiety. There's uncertainty over what lies ahead. That uncertainty grows every time there are these tit-for-tat retaliations between India and Pakistan. The latest one, India has now decided to close its airspace after Pakistan decided not to allow its airspace to be used by Indian carriers. What does this all mean? Take a look at this report.
After Pakistan shut its airspace to Indian airlines, it is getting a taste of its own medicine. India has retaliated by shutting down its airspace to Pakistani airlines till May 24. Now flights to the east from Pakistan will be forced to take a long detours to reach destinations, raising operational costs and increasing travel time.
The flights originating from Islamabad to Kuala Lumpur of Pakistan International Airlines, which generally takes about 5 hours 30 minutes, will now take 8 hours 30 minutes. In simple language, this is the implication. Any aircraft originating from Pakistan, which has to go to, say, Bangladesh or Sri Lanka, will have to take a longer route over the sea.
The shutting of Indian airspace comes amid escalating tensions between the two countries in the wake of the horrific Pahalgam attack. According to sources, India has deployed jamming systems to disrupt global navigation satellite system signals of Pakistani military aircraft. Panic-struck Pakistan has once again claimed the chances of conflict between the two nations are increasing.
बहरहाल इंटरनेशनल कम्युनिटी भी इस भागदौड़ में लगी हुई है कि कोई दोस्त ममालिक भी, इस खित्ते के ममालिक भी, बड़ी ताकतें भी, कि ये क्लैश की सूरत हाल जो है अवर्ट हो जाए. जो वो हमला जिस तरह का वो करेंगे, जिस तरह का वो ताकत का इस्तेमाल करेंगे, इंशाल्लाह उससे फिर ज़्यादा ही हम इस्तेमाल करेंगे.
India has adopted a multi-pronged approach to avenge the Pahalgam terror attack. The closure of airspace is the latest in a series of retaliatory measures taken by India. Bureau Report, India Today.
That's it that we have on the show today. Thanks very much for watching. There was a bit of rain today in Kashmir, and maybe the weather gods will hope to open up their hearts to the people of the valley and indeed to the rest of the country, which is still grieving and angry. Grief and anger. That's the two dominant emotions that we are seeing in Kashmir and the rest of the country. Thanks for watching. Stay well. Stay safe. Good night. Shubh Ratri. Jai Hind. Namaskar.